We've just arrived in Junee, New South Wales. We're heading over to Monte Cristo Homestead, which was built by Christopher Crawley and Elizabeth Crawley. This is their gravesite and also the gravesite of their 10-month-old daughter, who was killed by one of the nannies after being dropped down the stairs. So we've stopped in here before we get to Monte Cristo to have a look and to get some of the history behind Monte Cristo and also the Junee area. Alright, so we're here with Reg Ryan. Reg is the owner of Monte Cristo, and you've owned it for the last, how many years, Reg?
47 years.
47 years.
Yeah.
So you purchased the property back in
1963.
63, okay.
Yeah.
And at that stage when you purchased it, it was pretty run down and
Yeah,
dilapidated.
derelict, no doors or windows or water or electricity, just a shell actually.
Right.
One stage we had boarders here. We'd gone off to Wild and left a note for one of the boys to make himself a sandwich because this was used as a kitchen at one stage, and he found the note and he came home and all the lights were on downstairs and he thought that was strange. We'd go out and leave all the lights on, found the note and started making a sandwich at the little counter there, and heard footsteps on the back veranda, thought, oh, we're home, and someone come into the room. He didn't even turn around, felt a hand on his shoulder, he turned around to see who was there and there was no one there, and he left the house that instant. We didn't see him for a fortnight. He wouldn't even get out of his car. We had to take his belongings out to him, and he didn't come back for another 10 years. We'll go upstairs. Now the staircase has been chopped out with an axe and set fire to, so there really wasn't much here. And the nanny dropped one of the little girls down this staircase and she died as a result of the fall, and the nanny claims something pushed the child out of her arms. But this is the room where Mr. Crawley died. He died in here. He died from a blood poisoning from a carbuncle on the neck. It was aggravated by the old starch collars.
Yeah.
Grime got into it and everything. So he passed away in here. And the mediums say the little boy Crawley was murdered in this room. Right. And they say there's blood all over that wall. Now I can't prove this story, but I cannot find his death certificate. I think something supernatural drew me here, because I wasn't even interested in antiques.
Right. So you're just out of the middle of nowhere?
Although when I was little I knew I'd live in a two-storied house on top of a hill with an outcrop of rock out the front, and that does have it.
That's
something I knew, it was just something there that I knew.
And it's got a fantastic view too. You can see the whole of Junee at the front.
Yes, he picked a nice spot when he
did. He certainly did.
Yeah.
So over the years, Reg, I guess for you yourself, has Olive experienced more of the paranormal side of things than you, or
yes,
do
I
they
think
tend to
so.
leave you alone?
They tend to leave me alone. Mrs. Crawley and I get on all right together. I know when she's around, but she doesn't worry me.
Yeah.
She was in the drawing room when we were there a minute ago.
Really, you felt her there?
Yeah. And if you go into the room, wander around and see if you can find a cold spot, because she was in there and I know where she was.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, Josh, you want to head in there? I'll take the camera.
Sorry, yeah, you're going to have to take that. I need to get a drink. I'm feeling sick.
Yeah, that's all right. We have people who've got to leave tours and that.
We'll see if Glenn can find where the cold spot is.
Glenn, see how you go.
When you first come in, it just hits you as you come around that side and then out towards around the back.
So you're thinking around this back part here?
Feels more around this back part. You know when you lick your finger and you stick in the wind, you just get that ice cold feeling across one side? That's what you get when you walk through the cold spot.
Okay, so we're in the boys' room. This is the room where Mr. Crawley died or passed away. In this very room, in this very spot, not in this bed, but in this exact spot where we are now. So we're just going to sit in here for a few minutes and see if we can hear any footsteps or anything coming from outside in the corridors or outside on the veranda
Or inside.
or even in here.
How you feeling, Josh? What's going down?
I don't know. I just started to feel a little bit nauseous again.
You alright?
Yeah, just a bit lightheaded. Okay.
There's something in here with us. I can feel it. I'm feeling like a weird pressure on the back of my head. Locking at the back of my neck.
Whoa. I think I just saw something move behind Rob.
Yeah, I feel like there's something.
I'm looking in the mirror in daylight at you, Rob,
Yeah,
and something just moved. Whoa.
there's something here, I can feel it. It's getting cold, Josh, can you feel it? Josh? Can you feel it? I've got pins and needles all over my body and on my legs. Is there anything near me, Don? Dude, did you just breathe on me?
No.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Is there anything on me, Don?
Oh, I'm getting it now.
Can you feel that, Josh?
Yeah. Trying so hard not to just fucking run out of here, man.
Don't panic. Okay, don't panic. Who's in the room with us?
Directly after I ask who's in the room with us, a strange light appears to the right of my head. At this moment, I felt cold breeze coming across the right-hand side of my face. You see it hovering, staying there, and then it flies into the right-hand side of my neck. Could this be the spirit of Mr. Crawley, who died tragically in this room?
On you on the other side of the bed.
Up on the other side of
Behind you.
the bed. So actually standing up.
No.
Actually on the bed.
No. Behind you, like crouching.
Oh, where the bed head is.
Crouching behind the side of the bed. If you were to look behind you,
Right.
it's crouching behind you.
Just watching.
Well, something moved.
I'm getting out of here, man. I'm not saying.
Josh, did you just breathe, dude?
At this exact moment, I felt a breath of cold air on the back of my neck, and then shortly after, on my hands as well.
When you breathed just then, this is important. When you breathed just then, right? Were you facing towards me?
No.
I'm getting cold breath on me.
Josh's face is nowhere near you, Rob.
John,
I've got to get out of here, dude.
I swear to God, I'm getting cold breath on my hands.
Okay, I've got to go. We got to go.
No, we've got to stick this out. This is what we need to do, because this is the stuff that we need. I'm getting cold breath on my hands. I don't know whether it's breath or whether it's a breeze, but it's like someone's exhaling cold breath. Who's in the room with us?
Directly after I ask who's in the room with us, it flies out from my neck again, and Josh gets touched on the ear.
Dude, seriously, man, I got to go, bro. What you mean?
You know what? To be honest, I feel like something's trying to get in me.
Dude, we got to go, man.
This was one of the scariest situations I've ever encountered. It actually felt as though something was trying to get inside my body.
I'm feeling cold, dude.
Dude, we got to go. Come on. We got to go. Dude, we got to go.
Yeah, I've got to get out.